Yeah, New York, done and dusted here in quite two different days, really, in terms of conditions. Yesterday was very light and dominated by rain squalls. Obviously the bottom end of the conditions that these boats race in, so we saw a crew configuration of the first race. We only raced with 3 crew on board, a setup which we haven't seen in this class for a number of years. For all the team it was a bit of a shake-up and I think a bit of an overload for certain roles. Very, very tricky conditions all in all. It's not just the team on board the boat that are accountable. We sat down and debriefed it, and as far as the entire team, I think everyone had an area that they could have put their hand up and said, I could have helped more in this situation. So yeah, there's certainly a lot of learning points that came out of the weekend, which will put us in a better place going forward, and especially looking forward to the end of the season. The races in the Middle East could be down to those lower crew numbers, so it's something that we need to make sure that is ironed out, and the next time we race in it, we need to be able to nail it. And today was really quite different, quite stronger breeze blowing from slightly further left direction. The tide out there was obviously still a feature. It was really ripping all weekend. Race 1, a bit pinched out with the Kiwis, so a bit of a tricky one to start the day today, and then wrapped up with the second and third race. Actually some solid races at the front of the fleet, both top 3 results. So it was a tricky weekend. Good to finish with a couple of good races where, the team on board were actually sailing really solid, and the handling, there's some tricky maneuvers in those conditions, which was reassuring. But essentially, the result is something that we would have wanted to be a bit better, and now looking forward, we need to go away, dig into this event, dig into where the easy pickers are ahead of the next event, which is at home in Portsmouth, and figure out how to get back to that winning formula. It's a much shorter gap now between this finishing up and Portsmouth getting underway. We've got plenty of time to dig into this event and then run into Portsmouth and have that home crowd behind everyone and really dig into it.